I had actually met Richard through the late Freddie Prinze. And Freddie had told Richard that he knew me, and we had dated, but we weren't dating at the time. And Richard said, "No, you don't, man." So that's when I first met Richard, and I think from that meeting, it was very humorous. I don't want to digress to it, but Richard thought I'd be perfect for Grease Lightning. And at the time, my career had trajectory. It had soared. And he was the up-and-coming. He was no longer just an ensemble actor. He was becoming a leading man. And I think that was the first leading man film he had done. So he had this thing about being late, and it had caused a ruckus. And for me, there were not that many opportunities to do black films, or a film that has a black cast about black history. So it was a real moment of, let's not mess this up. So I started hearing other things later about what was going on, but I felt that with such gratitude, I wouldn't be late and keep in 110 weather the crew waiting. So we were probably about to be canned. They were going to maybe pull the plug on us, and it would have been a lost opportunity. And so we waited. I was tired. I was hot. He hadn't come yet. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone, I said, and the executives were standing there watching with their arms crossed, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not good. And so I was ready and so happy I'm going to work with Richard Pryor. Oh, my God, he's the ultimate professional. I can't wait. And so, but I'm waiting all day. This is how the big movie stars act, really? And I'm a woman in the women's movement. We're trying to tell our narrative, begging for these opportunities. And you see someone kind of squander, like, I'm a man, I can be late. Okay, do you know who I am? So I'm just an actress. So grateful to be here. He shows up, Mr. Pryor's here, Mr. Pryor, let's go. Okay, let's get ready to shoot. Okay, let's go. Richard's here, and everyone starts carrying. And we're tired, and we're hot, and now my wardrobe is soaking wet, my makeup is running down my neck, my hair is falling, I look like a mess, and they go, we have to send Pam to makeup. We have to dry off her wardrobe. She's not camera ready, it won't match, and so we're all like really wasting a day. And I'm really afraid for all of us, because if they can this movie, hundreds of people will lose their jobs. And they gave up other jobs. So there's one thing you learn about gratitude. This is an industry where if we lose it now, it's not coming back. So the opportunity has such magnitude of importance. And so I said, Richard said, okay, so I'm ready, and they get me dried up, and they pat me down, and they fix me up, and I come on the set, and it's really late, and everyone's tired, and the crew members are grumbling, and I feel for them, because they stand 20 hours a day making us look good. And they're well compensated, but it's, I don't want to abuse them. So Richard comes on the set, and he looks fantastic. And he's just like the leading man, and I'm so proud of him. And so they said, okay, we're going to start rehearsal. So I get in the position, and all of a sudden, Richard doesn't stick to the book. He starts playing around. And he takes his kitchen fork, and he starts, poking it at my eyes, and he starts just playing. I'm like, and for a second, I snapped. You know me by now. And I smacked that fork out of his hand and went flying across the room, and I read his ass, you
read him the riot act?
Riot act in front of everybody. And his eyes he froze, and the crew were like, oh, my God. Pam's going to walk off. This is the end of the movie. And, everyone's really afraid. And I just told him, don't waste our time. We're professionals here. We don't have to wait for you. I don't care who you think you are. This is a luxury. This is an opportunity for you to be a leading man and show what you can do. And you're going to mess with? No, I don't think so. I waited for you. And so I said, do you know your lines? He says, well, no. Do you know your lines? Let's do it. If you don't, I'll come back when you're ready. So I walked off the set, and that was it. I went to my dressing room, and I was so upset, that because it scared me that someone would stick something in my face, in my eyes. So I walked off and respected myself, and that's when he fell in love with me.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's who Richard Pryor is. If you respect yourself, he was just testing me.
Right.
It was a test. However, we're about to lose the movie. So I said, no, not on this time. On your time when we're at a picnic or a party out in the street, but not on this, the studio time. So they called me back and Mr. Pryor knows his lines and he's ready to rehearse now.